Hey, Terrace right here with another installment of quick team fight analysis. And actually, this game is old by like a week or two, and it's not from OGN or NALCS or EULCS. It's actually from LPL, and this game is a game between YG Young Glory against OMG. And most people are going to recognize OMG because they went to Worlds and they represented Korea as the second place seed, and they placed pretty decently and had some good games. And they were the closest to taking down SKTK in their prime. But the thing is, OMG has been slumping right now. Or to set up the context for this game, this is battle for first place in the LPL season, like the closure of it before playoffs. So if OMG 2-0s this series, they would have gotten first place, but they end up splitting 1-0-2. They actually go 0-2 against Young Glory, and OMG was a top. They still are, but they're kind of tilting right now. But they were a top team in the LPL, and Young Glory is what many would call, like, I don't know, I guess a complexity. Like, they don't really play well, but they have the chance to take off games from the top LPL teams. And most of my knowledge comes from like just China Talk, which is a really good show if you guys like Summoning Insight, and you should check it out if you want to learn more about LPL. And I'll probably link it down in the about section below. Anyways, let's actually get into the fight. So this fight starts with Young Glory just trying to secure the Baron because they already secured one and they pushed down an inhib and they're looking to just close out the game. They're getting poked a bit. San or Cool teleported in. Also, I'm going to try to refer to these people by their champion names because a lot of the Chinese names I don't want to mispronounce. And you have a tidal wave coming out from Nami, which knocks up the Skarner after he had flashed and attempted to ult onto the AD carry for OMG, which is San, and his name I can actually pronounce. So right over here, this is really important. I'm actually going to bring up the paint section. Alright, so it's important to look at this huge circle by Viger right now. Oh, this, another reason why I wanted to kind of go over this game was because it's a Viger and Skarner. You don't get to kind of talk about those games every day. So look at this huge circle right now. It's zoning everyone. It's zoning San over here, Cool over here, Dada over here, and Drug over here. And Dada and Cool happen to actually be stunned from the stun, and this whole comp by Young Glory is all about bursting Cool and making sure he doesn't get a solid Messiah engage off. And also another important ability to notice is this right here, which is doing just as much zoning as the Viger ult. And San had just recently used his QSS, so he cannot go into this at all because of the Skarner flash ult burn. So OMG is going to end up losing Data. He's going to get instantly bursted by Viger, and Cool is going to have to proc his Zanyas over here, and that means Cool is out of the fight as well. But another important thing while all this is going on is you have Gragas and Irelia fighting over here. What's going to happen is Gragas is going to toss his ultimate, and Irelia is going to go over here, and she's going to flash to try to go down this way. And Gragas is going to be hitting Irelia the whole time, and going really turns his fight around for OMG. Like the Chinese, it's really about the 80 carries, so the people you're going to have to watch out for during this fight, I'm going to do it in light blue, are the Vayne and San. So as we get back into the fight, played out, Cool gets bursted, but he Zanya's the Viger ultimate. Dada's gonna die over here to the Vayne. San gets stunned, and he uses QSS. He gets Skarner stunned. It's important to note because he gets stunned by both Skarner and the Braum later on, so it notes how many auto attacks he actually takes from people. And going right now is about to get ulted by Gragas into the Baron pit. So Nami dies. He dies to a few crits. San is still stunned. Cool is still in his Zanya. His drug is running away. And right here, this is another thing I wanted to bring up. So I actually have this in paint as well. this is shows the mechanics from the Chinese. Like I'm gonna do this in yellow because it's super cool, and it was just an amazing play. The Vayne flashes this distance to close it out onto Go Going. Right over here, I'm gonna mark Go Going in red, the Irelia. So Go Going over here. Meanwhile, Viger is about to flash Go Going stun and come into Cool over here and San to finish them off with his cooldowns because they're coming right back up from the start of the fight. So all these yellow X's are the flashes and the distances that's gonna happen. And Go Going actually burned his flash over here to kind of like maneuver himself to get this flank onto the Viger, which has been hard carrying this game. He's 7-1 at this point, and Vayne is also like 7-2. So these guys really put the team on their back for Young Glory. So Viger's gonna end up flashing this way, and San, he himself, I'm actually gonna mark his flash. San is gonna flash him over here to over here, and to kind of get away, but he's gonna make the mistake of ulting in the wrong direction where Jug is running towards, and San's gonna die to Gragas, and he's gonna get stunned by Braum. So also Go Going is gonna look to jump onto the Vayne the whole time. So Viger's gonna get exhausted. So as we let this fight roll out, Viger flashes, but Go Going gets a Randuin's onto Viger, so he's slowed, and he also has an armor debuff on him. Vayne gets Randuin slowed, but he instantly cleanses it, and he pops his heal so that he gets a little more HP. Cool gets flash on, and he gets Viger queued, so he's gonna take damage and he's gonna die off of this. San gets auto attacked and queued by Braum, so he has 2 procs of Braum's passive. He's gonna end up walking over here, or flashing over here actually, like you can see in mid flash animation. He's gonna get autoed a few more times and stunned around this area where he's gonna end up eventually dying. You see ults backwards, Go Going jumps on Sir. Drug tries to help and peel to make sure that they can't go onto San while San's doing DPS onto the Braum. Drug launches his Q. San dodges a slow by Skarner actually. Actually, I'm not sure what this patch is on, so he might have cleansed it. But Go Going jumps onto the Viger. He gets ignited, and Go Going is end up trading 1-for-1 with the Viger, while San over here is he's pretty much left to die. Jug is like 2 HP. Skarner is going for him. Gragas is going for him, and Vayne's going for him. So in China, it's really about the AD carry meta, and many people will tell you that OMG is a great team if they haven't really watched the Chinese scene, but San, he himself is not like one of the great AD carries. You're looking for AD carries like UZI, which people always say go huge, Zhao Zhao, who goes huge on his own as well, and also the AD carry for EDG Name. These are names you should watch out for, who are going to be those big names and make plays like Koreans like Imp. So I'm going to let the rest of this fight roll out, as Viger's going to die to Irelia, and San's going to get killed by the Vayne. So yeah, Go Going trades 1-for-1. Drug launches his Q, and they killed the Lucian. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out China Talk when I post it in the comments.